Welcome to another episode of What the Hell is AI and How Do I Use It to Bank Money? And the first thing we're going to talk about is the fact that my AI platform is proprietary, not private, proprietary. It's not open source. It's a private proprietary source that nobody else can have. It's my stuff. It's not going to go on ChatGPT. It's not going to go on uh, all the other open things, Claude and Copilot and all the other bullshit, or even Google, because it's protected. So if you're a subscriber, you're going to get information that only goes to you and my other subscribers. That's it. It doesn't go to the world in general. And more importantly, it doesn't get watered down with other people's information. You can go to Wikipedia, you can enter anything. You can go to ChatGPT, you can enter anything. I don't want that. I want my stuff. And so do you. You especially. You don't, well, I want something from the Little Red Book of Selling. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to guarantee your ass it's going to be there. Because I have this and they don't. They wish they had it, but they don't. What has been your experience with respect to why we chose the platform that we chose?
Well, I think there's really three or four things that are critical. First of all, the overarching kind of value comes from being able to rely on accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a follower of Jeffrey, if you're a fan of Jeffrey, if you think that his books and his content and his information is impactthen
And how good looking he is. I am eye candy. I'm not just information.
Like I said, how important his thoughts are. then what you want a seal of approval of that. You don't want a
right. And I don't have to say
it translated, who knows, accurate version of it.
I don't have to say honestly. I don't have to say I mean that. I don't have to say listen carefully. This is from my own personal experience. These books that I wrote, I don't write theory. I wrote fact. I cold called in New York City for 3 years where fuck you's a greeting and everybody wants a bribe. And I've had more doors slammed in my face. Just think about that. Think about the history that goes into that and the authenticity that goes into that. That's what you want. You don't want some bullshit answer from somebody you don't even know who it is.
Well, I think it's table stakes, right? I think it's the table stakes are that content has to come from a source that is known. It has to be able to be attributed. The answer has to be attributed to an actual piece of content, of answer, and show where that is. But then what happens once you have that? Like that's the basic.
That's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum, and it's very difficult. There are several very impressive large language model LLMs is what they're called. There's very few.
LLM for the uninformed is large language model.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir.
And then it uses the AI, the artificial intelligence, some very sophisticated AI. And what you're doing is you're pulling out answers, and it's a level past just what's in the content. So I think we've harped on the fact that all of your 17 books and thousands of videos and everything, that content is in here comes the thing.
Come on, look at that. You get every freaking page, every sentence.
But the important part is not just getting every sentence, because if I read every book, which yeah. But if I
haven't read every book. I wrote them. I read sometimes. I sit down, I swear to God, I read sometimes. I'll read like a chapter. I go, wow, this is really good.
But if I could memorize every single book, I still wouldn't have the power.
Yeah, the recall
of AI being able to understand how to extract a very complicated answer from different parts of all your content. That's what's brilliant about it. Is it's not just that's why I keep saying, like, table stakes is it's your content. There's attribution to the answer, but then once you get into the realm of being able to ask AI your problems, your things that you're getting stuck on, and it can pull from your entire collection.
Or what does this mean? How can I use this? Yeah. What can I mean, it is, I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, it's scary good.
Yeah.
And when you have something that's scary good, the one thing you want to do is make sure your competitor doesn't have it because it's going to be a wild and woolly thing out there. And I'm priced just a little bit higher, not much, just $50 a month, $600 a year. And if you don't want it, don't take it. Please don't take it. Let your competitor take it because they're going to kick your ass. You can ask me a question in the middle of a sales meeting on your phone, and I'll answer you. And the prospect is going to go, hey, let me see that. You'll have intrigue. You will have gotten your prospect to be a participant in your question asking of me. And you can even call the guy a cheap bastard. People don't get offended by that. You think they do because it's not PC bullshit. So I'm looking at this from a standpoint of we're about to make a mark that will change the face of selling. It's not, well, it's a brand new ball game. No. The old game is over. I see these guys on Instagram, they're talking about the 50 best responses to an objection. Dude, it's a fucking waste of time. You don't have to read anything. Just ask me on the chat. Right. You can even, if you're a lazy bastard, you can even put a microphone to it and ask me verbally.
In any language.
In any language. That's correct. And so I'm looking at you from a standpoint of this. It's game time, bud. If I'm wrong, I'm only $600 wrong. Got it? And you spend more money than that. When I was in college, I spent that much money watching a horse come in second. You have got to put yourself in a position where you're the leader, not the follower, not the sales guy, not the pain in the ass that called. I'm calling to see if you have any questions. Seriously, that's how you're going to follow up? Seriously? So just say, what's the best way to follow up? Jeffrey, what's the best way to follow through? I'll give you 10 other answers. All way better than that. I can promise you that. And so you have to look and say, okay, is this information accurate? That's big.
Right.
Okay. Is this information proprietary? Can nobody else get it except you and my other subscribers? Correct. And then what's the guarantee of accuracy? We'll talk about that on the next episode. See you later. Get those credit cards ready because I'm ready to sell it. Thank you. Go sell something. Go. Hurry up.